missed
Yeah,
the shot.
no, she told me that.
Okay, good.
Mary administered.
If there was an emergency in
It wasn't
Iowa
hard.
City, where would you
Oh.
take somebody? I don't even know.
Big Rapids. Big Rapids and Med Station right there, right?
There's no critical
When I
care
was-
between here and there.
Nope.
But the one in Big Rapids is nice.
And then there's Rockford, but I think that was
And
low.
I was talking
We
to
go to
Shelley, your mom
Lakeview.
works in Cedar Springs. Ah, I just
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I ran into it at Aldi.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
In Cedar Springs.
That's funny. Yeah, she transferred from wherever she was at in Grand Rapids to Cedar Springs one, and it's a lot closer of a drive, and she's not having to go through the crazy traffic. And so she's enjoying it.
That's cool.
So volunteer to read 10:16 through 21.
I will. 10:16 through 21. Okay. But not all the Israelites accepted the good news, for Isaiah says, Lord, who has believed our message? Consequently, faith comes from hearing the message, and the message is heard through the word about Christ. But I asked, did they not hear? Of course they did. Their voice has gone out into all the earth, their words to the ends of the world. Again I asked, did Israel not understand? First Moses says, I will make you envious by those who are not a nation. I will make you angry by a nation that has no understanding. And Isaiah boldly says, I was found by those who did not seek me. I revealed myself to those who did not ask for me. But concerning Israel, he says, all day long I have held out my hands to a disobedient and obstinate people.
Okay.
So this is a conversation between Moses and Isaiah.
It would be Moses saying stuff, Paul quoting, and he's also saying Isaiah's also said
Okay.
these things.
Okay.
And so he continually showing throughout their history.
Oh, for a second there, I'm like,
Yeah,
wait, that's it?
oh, I got you.
So what do you think this is talking about?
Well, the Old Testament told everybody what was going to happen, and it's happened. It happened.
Okay.
So
That's very general,
Yeah.
specific.
they prophesied, and he fulfilled.
What was being prophesied?
Well, one that would come, and unless it's, well, so faith comes from hearing. So, yeah, it's all right, you guys know what I'm saying. In the words,
I got you, but
yeah.
The thing, and you understand.
The good news.
Fake it till you make it, brother.
The good news is,
yeah.
yeah, they said that there was somebody that's going to come and with the good news, and he showed up, and
So faith comes
by hearing.
by hearing the message.
So, remember, this is a letter. Chapters and verses don't count unless you're trying to find something.
True.
And 10, 11, 9, 10, and 11 are a little mini parenthesis. Not really mini, but it's a parenthesis where Paul goes from giving general doctrine and implementation. Now he's specifically talking to the Jews about the Jews in 9, 10, 11. So this is probably the hardest part of the book if you don't know the Old Testament really well.
I don't want to interrupt, but isn't this because they believe in most, the Old Testament, and this is the New Testament, so they basically don't believe this. And he's like, well, look at all your ancestors, back here, all these people that you believe in said this was going to happen, and you need to believe it. Correct?
A lot of 9, 10, I'll answer that in a second. 9, 10, and 11 is a synopsis of the book of Hebrews too, because Hebrews is wrestling with the same stuff as in Romans 9, 10, and 11. So, context, we're talking about the Jews. So, who's he talking about? But I ask, did they not hear? Who's he talking about? Who's not hearing?
Say it again. Say it again.
Is it 18? I saw.
Speak up.
The Jews.
The Jews.
Jews, yeah.
Yeah, verse 16. Context, context, not context. In verse 19, did Israel not understand? So apparently there's a problem with Israel understanding something. What was the something?
Jesus. Or you want something more? You want?
Jesus isn't the answer for everything.
You're in Sunday school, you get a gold star for that.
They believed in the laws.
Chocolate.
17.
They believe in the laws, but okay.
7, it's right there in the context. Before I die, I'm going to get everybody looking at the context.
Hearing
Hearing what?
the word.
Message.
The
Message.
Because
Does they say the word in your version?
No, this is the word, yeah.
Okay, it's the
By the
message.
word of Christ.
So faith comes by hearing, hearing from the message, and the message is heard throughout the world about Christ. But I ask you, did they not hear? Of course they did. What didn't they hear? The message.
Because everything in 9 through 14 is the gospel message. How can they not? How can they call on the one they've not believed in? How can they believe if they haven't heard? And how can they hear without someone preaching? But so there's all these things. Oh, how beautiful those who bring good news, but not all the Israelites
Right.
accepted good news.
So as we dive into 11, this passage, without understanding that, we're not going to understand 11. Because he really gets into the weeds on the problem Israel has. Anybody here know any Jews?
The traditions.
Judah.
Judah's a partial Jew, isn't he?
Messianic.
He's not practicing.
They're bound up
Okay.
in the traditions.
I have Jewish in me.
So
There you go.
you have something of everything in you.
Pretty much. I just found out about the Jewish thing though.
Did
when
you?
Willow was born.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really interesting.
that
So
was ignored.
My niece has too. It's weird.
so there's something going on with the Jews that the message can't get through. And I have had contact with a lot of Jews over the years. And it's like there's a blinder,
A veil.
They don't even want to.
a veil.
Yeah,
And
veil.
again, we're going to see that as it gets up as we read through this. But so 19, again I ask, did not Israel understand? First Moses says, who's Moses talking to? Israel. Okay. I will make you envious by those who are not a nation. I will make you angry by a nation that has no understanding. Who is that? There's only two groups of people in the scriptures.
Gentiles.
Jews and Gentiles, okay? The scriptures do not talk about black and white and Asian and whatever, okay? There's only two groups, Jews and Gentiles. So anytime somebody says the scriptures are racist, they don't know what they're talking about.
In the Deuteronomy passage where Moses is talking about those things, that's them. The context is they made God jealous with their foreign gods and detestable idols and sacrificing to the false gods. So he saw this, rejected them because he was angered by his sons and daughters. He says, I will hide my face from them, he said, and see what their end will be, for they are a perverse generation, children who are unfaithful. They made me jealous by what is no God, and angered me with the worthless idols. I will make them envious by those who are not a people. I'll make them angry by a nation that has no understanding. And it continues on from there.
So, Ephesians 3. Ephesians 3.
Getting there.
Whole new book.
Ephesians 3.
First and Second Corinthians,
Second
Galatians,
14.
and Ephesians.
It's a short one.
Verse 2.
Oh, there's two.
And following. Surely you have heard about the administration of God's grace that was given to me for you. Paul talking. That is, the mystery was made known to me by revelation. Okay, so here's a mystery. Conspiracy theory. Okay?
Oh boy.
Is made known to him by revelation. As I've already written briefly, in reading this, then you will be able to understand my insight into the mystery of Christ. Okay, so it's a mystery, now it's a mystery of Christ, which was not made known to people in other generations as it is now being revealed by the Spirit of God's holy apostles and prophets. This mystery is that, okay, here we go. Through the gospel, the Gentiles are to be heirs according to heirs together with Israel, members of one body, shares together in the promise of Christ.
Oh yeah, I can hear him yelling blasphemy.
What's the promise?
We're not talking about Ephesians here, so I get to skip that. So what's the promise is,
Abraham.
yep, faith, salvation by faith in the shed blood of Christ.
So,
How long has Jesus been crucified when this letter's been written?
30 to 40 years, maybe?
Has it been
Well,
that long?
no. Yeah. 30 to 40 years.
Okay.
He's in prison in 60, something like that, and
Yeah.
Jesus died about 33.
So these are some of like the first people that are coming to faith by message versus by
Yeah.
actually experiencing him for
Mhm.
real. So
Yeah, those who are eyewitnesses,
Yeah.
who are then testifying to others, who are then receiving salvation through faith from hearing that message as Christ has ascended into heaven.
So like for me, like I'm hearing, you have to listen to what I'm telling you. I saw it. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Pull your head up.
And,
You
and
gotta
Paul's was
listen to this.
revelation after Christ ascended. So he has the road to Damascus experience. He wasn't with
Yeah,
the
got
12
blinded.
apostles. I mean,
3 years in the desert.
yeah, could there have been a chance that he saw Jesus speak while in Jerusalem?
Yeah, you wondered.
Maybe.
because he was higher up,
Yeah,
So-
he's a Pharisee. He's
you definitely heard about him.
it would have been known.
He was holding the clothes when they stoned
Stephen.
So remember the church is less so now when he's writing this, but it still might be as much as 50-50 Jews and Gentiles. So there's still this heavy Jewish influence. And what are these Gentiles? This is a real thing. What are these Gentiles doing worshiping with us? Why has God accepted them? Kind of like,
Why aren't they following the law?
yeah, and then that's Galatians, which we think was the first New Testament book written. But nobody's sure. Was Paul yelling about the whole Jewish influence, and the Jews are demanding that these Gentiles basically convert to Judaism? And Paul says, no.
Just just got done with that. We're not going back.
Yeah.
Right, which is really strange for a Pharisee, right, to come out with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like very, but even wasn't, I was trying to remember, the letters didn't start till after the apostles and the church met, the church leaders, you know, the, first church conference where they decided what the Gentiles needed to do,
It was after that,
was after the letter or before the letter?
after.
Sorry, I was distracted. Let's do another text.
I mean, look it up.
You're
I
saying
don't-
Ephesians was after the conference?
Acts 10.
Yeah. Yeah, it would
Yeah,
have been Acts.
Galatians, he was
Oh,
talking about
Galatians.
Galatians being one of the first books, so.
They think Galatians
I-
was written in
I
the
think-
50s. Maybe late
think-
40s, but
Yeah, it's either that or James.
Yeah,
James was
there's-
also early on too.
No, James was written earlier.
which would have made sense because
Half-brother.
James is too much law. But anyway, I didn't say. So,
Just don't think like.
so he concludes 10. So he talks about the Gentiles and the basis for their inclusion is predicted in the, or them being included is predicted by Moses and Isaiah.
Yeah, that's what these verses were saying. That was the prophecy, that
Yeah.
Gentiles were gonna get saved.
We got it. We knew
Gentiles
what he
were
was saying.
coming.
Yeah.
Gentiles were coming.
So the last verse of 10, he flips back to Israel and he says, hey, when are you guys going to get it?
Disobedient and obstinate.
Yep.
Still don't get it.
So on a personal level, though, how often are we disobedient and obstinate?
Yeah.
Oh, never.
Just today?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah, because I forgot about yesterday. Yeah, yeah.
So it still plagues even us. Okay, so seeing we're doing volunteers this time, 11:1 through 6. Please.
I will. The remnant of Israel.
Yes.
I ask then, did God reject his people? By no means. I am an Israelite myself, a descendant of Abraham from the tribe of Benjamin. God did not reject his people, whom he foreknew. Don't you know what Scripture says in the passage about Elijah? How he appealed to God against Israel? Lord, they have killed your prophets and torn down your altars. I'm the only one left, and they are trying to kill me. And what was God's answer to him? I have reserved for myself 7,000 who have not bowed the knee to Baal. So too, at the present time, there is a remnant chosen by grace. And if by grace, then it is no longer by works. If it were, grace would no longer be grace.
Heard that. You just, there it is. It sums it up.
One of my favorite verses. Either works or grace. Can't be
Both.
both, and it's either one or the other. And too often, we try to mix them. So, did God reject his people?
No.
Meaning the Jews.
By no means.
And he uses himself as an example. And we know somebody of Jewish blood who's a follower of Jesus, right? Judah. That guy.
And there are lots of other people.
And there are lots of other
And
people,
Willa will be.
but we know one personally.
Yes.
So, what's this bit about Elijah?
Prophet. Yeah. He foresees
Where's
all
that
this.
found?
What Scripture says in the
That is 1 Kings
First
19,
King.
10, and 14.
So, the Old Testament, 1 Kings, First and Second Kings, First and Second Chronicles. First and Second Samuel's before First and Second Kings. So First Kings what, Seth?
19, 10, and 14. Can't remember if we talked about it last week or if I talked about it with somebody else. But the aspect of like God's voice not always being like thundering, but this is that passage you ever want to hear.
Billboards versus the
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
so in 18, Elijah has a battle with basically Satan, but it looks like he's having a fight with Ahab and Jezebel. But he's really not. It's with Satan. And he had called for a drought for 3 years. And God told him, and then he went to another country, and Israel had a drought for 3 years. And then God called him back, and he sets up this. He challenges the Baal or Baal, depending on how you, the priests, and there's 400 of them, to a duel. And it's a duel over who can call fire, which God can call fire down from heaven. So
Basically, do a prayer.
So the 400 priests of Baal, they cut themselves and pray and dance around and do their thing for like a whole day, and no fire. The offering, they'd kill the lamb or
Elijah teases.
Yeah, are you done yet? I'm waiting, still waiting.
yeah.
Maybe-
So
maybe he's
you
deep
would
in thought or
enjoy the
busy or traveling or
conversation
sleeping.
because Elijah really climbs into their stuff.
Wake me up when
He
something
mocks
happens.
them. He says all kinds of stuff.
I don't like this guy.
Yeah.
You know, is your God sleeping? Is he on the toilet? Why isn't he sending fire? Is
Yeah.
basically what he said.
Yeah, yell louder, get his attention.
Yeah, scream louder. So, and so the evening time for the evening sacrifice came, which was just before sundown, and he calls for water. So these 55-gallon jugs of water get tossed
On the fire.
on the offering.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
And-
drought.
And yeah, during a drought. I don't know where they
Yeah,
came up with it because
right.
nobody
I
could
was
find any
wondering, yeah, I
water,
was
but
wondering
somehow
where
they
they
Whatever
found
they
it.
have.
Yeah, yeah. There's always this thought that did the Israelites actually have to contribute what they had?
To prove the point.
And that was part of their sacrifice. They gave their
Wow,
their
they
water.
gave their water.
I mean, where else did they get it?
Yeah.
Now
Bring your
you're
water.
thinking deep there on
And you
that
had to
one.
climb up a mountain with it too. I've been on Mount Carmel. It's pretty tall.
It's pretty tall.
So
Wow. Were they
Elijah,
Yeah.
So do it again.
there's so much water that he digs a trench and the trench fills with, there's lots of water. And he prays and God sends down this fire and it burns up the sacrifice, licks up every drop of water, and God wins. Duh. So, and then there's a couple other things that happen, but Jezebel, who is, everybody knows the name Jezebel, but she was King Ahab's wife, the queen of Israel, threatens Elijah's wife, or life. So Elijah runs away again, and he goes, there's other stuff that happens, but he goes off and has a pity party. Oh, woe is me, I'm the only one left. That's part of the passage we read. Okay? And, you know, oh, woe is me, blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
So-
woe is me to God.
Yeah. And he's complaining and let's see. So,
Yeah, in 10, I'm the only one left, and now they're trying to kill me.
yeah.
Lord said, go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by. Great.
Go ahead, you're there, keep going.
The great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart and shattered the rocks before the Lord, but the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind, there was an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, but the Lord was not in the fire. After the fire came a gentle whisper. When Elijah heard it, he pulled his cloak over his face and went out and stood at the mouth of the cave. Then a voice said to him, "What are you doing here, Elijah?" He replied, "I've been very zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, torn down your altars, and put your prophets to death with the sword. I'm the only one left, and now they're trying to kill me too." And he tells him to go back. When you get there, anoint Hazael as king. So anoint Jehu. Hazael over king over Aram. Jehu over Israel. Anoint Elisha to succeed you as prophet. Jehu will be put to death. And yet I reserve 7,000 in Israel, all those whose knees have not bowed down to Baal, and whose mouths have not kissed him.
So,
And that's where we get the term remnant. God's always preserving those that.
so yep, out of the millions in Israel, Elijah thought he was the only one, and he had preserved 7,000. So, that's where we are. Okay, so there was your background to that statement. Back to Romans.
So 2 at the present time.
Should put my marker in. Come on, Mike.
Did we, have we defined grace at some point?
No,
We may have at the very beginning when we're talking a lot about grace.
but if you would like to, please feel free.
I would say let's do that then.
Let me go to my handy dandy lexicon. Because that's the big thing here, is that the remnant is chosen by grace. And if by grace, then it cannot be based on work. Grace, right? Grace is all.
You know, it might be interesting to hear what everybody's
Yeah.
definition
Yeah,
of grace
go,
is.
start there.
Because you've heard it since you were that little, right?
Is it we say grace? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. We say grace. We experience grace.
See?
Mary, what's grace?
I'm blank. It's God's,
Give your best.
it's God's. We just used to GRACE,
Mm-hmm.
but I can't think of it right now.
I think you were on. I think
God's-
you were getting there.
God's redeeming something, even though we're bad. He forgives us. What is it?
I know, that's good. I don't know if I've ever seen the GRACE,
God,
but
yeah.
it's really good.
Redemption for
God's
human race.
God's what?
Redemption.
For
Redemption
human race.
at
GRAC,
Christ.
Christ.
expense.
There
it
That's
is.
right. I remember. I used to say it all the time. Thank you.
That's right. Yeah.
God's redemption at Christ's expense.
Miss Shreen, I want to hear theological coming out of you.
Okay.
You spent thousands of dollars paying for school.
Very
Put those degrees to work.
yeah.
Put those degrees to work. So my definition of grace is, it's God stepping down into our mess and doing what we couldn't do.
What is blowing up your
It's
phone?
my phone. I've got
You're
these.
so popular.
No, it's not. I didn't put on I didn't get a chance to put myself on the do not call list, and I went last week to try to get on it because the government shut down. We can't do it.
Oh.
Yeah, block some
Oh,
numbers.
that's hilarious.
Yes. Like it's the government's fault that we're getting all these phone calls. Nope, I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
I love you anyways and always.
Okay.
I've always thought of it as like a beautiful forgiveness. Like, I don't know if that makes any
Yeah,
sense,
Yep.
but for me it
yes,
makes
yeah.
sense. It does.
I'm writing all these down, so beautiful forgiveness. I like that.
Don't ask me. She never talk.
Come on, Susie Q.
Give your most
I am asking.
simple definition, so you don't keel over.
It's kind of important. By grace you're saved through faith.
Well, yeah, but God loves me so much, it doesn't matter.
I can't, but he can, only by grace.
All right, so you get a couple definitions with it's the Greek is charis,
CHRIS.
Never heard of it.
Charis, charis. So you have different outlines: grace, that which affords joy, pleasure, delight, sweetness, charm, loveliness, grace of speech. Not what we're talking about here. Goodwill, loving kindness, favor, a little bit closer, of the merciful kindness by which God, exerting his holy influence upon souls, turns them to Christ, keeps, strengthens, increases them in Christian faith, knowledge, affection, and kindles them to the exercise of the Christian virtues. But if you get to specifically Romans 11:6, you get it says contains the idea of kindness which bestows upon one what he has not deserved. Kindness bestowed upon one which way that he does not deserve.
I heard somebody say it's like giving somebody a present. They got the present, they accepted the present, but they didn't do anything for that gift, for that present. So, as much as they want to think they did something or whatever, it's a gift. There's nothing that they did.
Still have to receive it.
So, two-word definitions are awesome. Theologically, it's unmerited favor. Unmerited means unearned. And favor is being treated positively.
Special.
Above the kindness.
You're special.
Special.
You're special.
So, and that last definition of Seth and unearned favor falls in line with exactly what 11:6 says.
God.
Because it's not by works.
Amen.
By the works of the law shall no one be justified. Galatians 2:16. And that's the verse, you've heard me say from the pulpit, that's the verse that I base the law and the law and works are interchangeable words.
That's Galatians what?
2:16. By the works of the law shall no one be justified.
This might be a rabbit trail.
Yep.
It's okay.
It's Romans 11. They
Oh,
can't
well, I might take us into
That's
Revelation.
we're done. We're done anyway.
More questions than comments. So, go back to Romans here. So you have remnant chosen by grace, which could bring in that question of
You want to open that can of worms here? Okay, you're
Question
the boss.
well, the question of free will, those who are chosen and elect, which
Is in there.
is in there, which I've also wondered of as I was going through Romans a couple weeks ago and looking at different things. Of wondering of any tie with Revelation 7. You get Jehovah's Witnesses who say, "Oh, the 144,000 who are going to go to heaven."
Yeah.
but the 144,000 are tribes of Israel.
Correct, they're Jews.
Mhm.
So, just wondered if the remnant chosen by grace is
The 12,000 from
each tribe.
tribe.
I don't have enough background.
They're chosen, they're destined to have 144.
That's the question, right? Is it,
There's
or is there,
probably-
or
there's
is there
more.
more, or is
There's
the
more, it's
context of Revelation specifically for a set
Yes.
thing that we're seeing here of that in that time calling out the 44,000? Because we also already have Jews who've come to Christ
Yeah.
and are saved by grace.
So there's more, but they can't be less. If there's 144, it can't be less. It's gotta
Again,
be more.
rabbit hole
I don't know.
at the very
It
end.
didn't go exactly where I thought it was gonna go, and
Okay.
that's okay.
Did you like it? Did you like where you went?
Yes, it was better than going where I thought he was gonna go, so.
Next time.
Yeah, cause
Next time.
Or one-on-one.
context,
Did you think I was
context,
going more-
context.
Yeah,
Free will and the.
no, I thought we were gonna get into this big discussion on Calvinism and.
Oh yeah. I mean, it can go there.
No, no.
All right.